What is going on, guys? It is Laker Nation all day. You know how we tune here. It's all about us. And the game's over. The Lakers won, right? Game's still going on, but they won essentially. And it really just came from a good amount of the players, right? Obviously, this wasn't a good win. To just win in general, considering how new of a team this is with the adversity they have gone through. Every win is important, and even though Minnesota did not have Karl Anthony Towns or D'Angelo Russell, really the Lakers are just trying to make any situation work. Without an AD, who is one of their best players, right? It's hard to win games in general without one of your best players. So the Lakers keep doing it. This is their second win in a row, and I don't care who this is against. This win was important. But let me go ahead and get into the actual game. Let's just start off with the best player in the world. That's right, you heard me. The best player in the world, LeBron James. Just doing what he does. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. In terms of shooting the ball, he didn't necessarily do what he usually does, right? Especially from the three-point line, he shot 3 of 9. But he had such an effective game, and he doesn't need to hold on to the ball anymore to do that. This is how LeBron's game has evolved since last year, since even earlier this year, right? I mean, we saw LeBron being the primary ball handler, and now you're seeing him being able to play off the ball much, much more, right? Being able to set screens, rolling to the basket, getting easy baskets, getting easy open shots, because players like Russell Westbrook and Malik Monk can create double teams. So what I'm looking at it is LeBron is not going to break down anytime soon because of the fact that he is not in charge of handling the basketball as much as he once did. Now listen, when it's the fourth quarter, whatever the case is, LeBron can still handle the ball in important situations, which I do prefer him to do. But he doesn't need to handle it 24/7. And I'm glad because LeBron is playing much more efficiently. He's not turning the ball over, meaning he's able to conserve a lot more energy on the defensive end. We saw him get clutch steals in the fourth quarter. We saw him play clutch defense against the Minnesota players in the fourth quarter when we were up 4 or 5 points with a couple minutes left. So what I'm just saying is LeBron is playing efficient basketball, and I'm excited because I don't think the play style that LeBron is playing right now, it's going to be very effective long term, and I think this is the one way the Lakers can succeed while being a title contending team. I think LeBron can prolong his career if he continues playing like this. Malik Monk, man, 22 points, okay? First of all, none of us asked for Malik Monk to do this, right? These past 5 games, he's averaged 20 plus per game. None of us were asking that much. What we just wanted from Malik Monk is just to do what he did in Charlotte, essentially. But I've been saying it all year long. Malik Monk has the ability to be our future shooting guard. And he has proven just that. I mean, he really is a spark. And every time you give him the basketball, the Lakers have been getting more touches to him. Every time he touches the basketball, good things happen. And it's just a matter of time before, Malik Monk is going to be given an extension or whatever the case is, because he really does not lack confidence. And he improves his game every single year. And he is only 23 years old, which is my point. I mean, no offense to Kyle Kuzma, but you're talking about an older Kyle Kuzma, 24, 25 years old, right? And while he may have, better rebounding ability, the height, whatever, man, Malik Monk's a better defender. He always plays with effort. He's always confident in his shot. It doesn't matter if he has a bad shooting game. Next game, he's going to come out and keep shooting because that's the player that he is. And I can't tell you how many times the Lakers would be in an unfortunate situation without him, because I honestly don't know what the Lakers would be doing without Monk. Russell Westbrook. I think Westbrook did not play a very good game. Shooting wise, I didn't know why he was shooting that many threes. He turned the ball over 9 times. But he made a couple of big plays in the fourth quarter. I'm not even going to lie to you. Now, the Lakers they're winning, right? They're going to win. So I'm not going to hold this game against Westbrook at all, because right now we should just be supporting our players. And Russ, he didn't necessarily have the game he wanted to have, right? A lot of turnovers, getting into maybe some foul trouble. But he made his free throws, and he made some clutch plays in the fourth quarter, which included creating double teams, giving a wide open 3 to LeBron, getting some layups, whatever the case was. So I'm not going to hold this game against him, especially since we won this game. But all I expect Russell Westbrook is to do is to just relax, just play you. Play how you've been playing all year long, and don't get affected from this game. Lakers won, and that's all that matters for us. Avery Bradley, another big piece from our 2020 championship team, even though he wasn't in the bubble. I mean, 14 points, 4 steals. I mean, you want to talk about rebounding? Minnesota out-rebounded us like crazy. When the Timberwolves have 18 offensive rebounds while the Lakers only have 4, I mean, you'd expect Minnesota to win this game, and maybe they should have, right? But obviously they don't have the team good enough to do so. But what I'm simply saying is the Lakers found other ways to be effective to give them the best shot to win, and that is playing defense, right? In the third quarter, they kind of let that slip. The Minnesota Timberwolves took a 6-point lead, but in the fourth quarter, the Lakers reasserted themselves and proved that they are the better team. Avery Bradley leading the way on defense, man, 4 steals. And you really think about our starting lineup, right? LeBron, Avery Bradley, Stanley Johnson. 10 steals between those 3 players. Some teams don't even get 10 steals as an entire unit, and the Lakers did it with just 3 players. So Avery Bradley doing what he does best, being able to be that 3-point shooter, a mid-range weapon for us, and a defensive anchor for us perimeter-wise. So I'm just glad Avery Bradley's on our team. He has good hands. He has high IQ. He knows how to lead this team defensively. And Stanley Johnson, right? 0 of 3 from the field and 1 point, right? You might think that's garbage, but that's not why we got Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson, over his entire career, he was never known as a shooter. He was known as a hustler, an energy giver, just a defensive hustler in general, and that's what he did. 3 steals, contesting shots, whatever the case was. And it's hard for Stanley Johnson to guard some of these bigger guys because he's undersized. So it's okay. Stanley Johnson did pretty well for us. And then Carmelo Anthony, man, where would we also be, like Malik Monk, without him? When the Lakers were tied in the fourth quarter, Carmelo Anthony was the 3-pointer. Carmelo Anthony was the 4-point play. I mean, Carmelo Anthony, all season long, has proven why he should be a 6th Man of the Year candidate, if not the favorite. I mean, yes, our record is not necessarily the best, which is why he may or may not win it. But all I'm simply saying is Carmelo deserves that recognition. Because all season long, he's really been just playing amazing for us. And there's no other way to put it. Because Carmelo Anthony is just someone who's been tossed around the league for no reason. I never understood why. And he's always had this ability. He is a professional scorer, and that's what Carmelo Anthony is. That's what he will always be, and I'm just glad he's on this team because he has a legitimate chance to do something special. With the way that he's been playing, we're going to be in every single game. We're going to be able to compete in every single game. And just keep in mind, this is without AD, okay, and Kendrick Nunn. So we are not at full strength yet. Neither were the Timberwolves, but listen, for a team like the Lakers with the expectations they have and the pressure, every win counts, and I believe that this is going to be the start of something special. I mean, like I mentioned before, LeBron's first year back in Cleveland in 2014, they started 23-23. This team is going to be 19-19. So you're kind of seeing some similarities, right? They're all injured, whatever the case is, and then slowly when they started to come back, that's when they started to make the run. You started to see them getting more chemistry together. You start to see them get more just comfortable with each other. And that's what the Lakers are doing. They're winning more games now. The players being healthy, and I'm just happy. But that's all I have for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment down below what your guys' thoughts were on the Lakers beating the Timberwolves, and subscribe for more. Alright guys, peace out, and as always, go Lakers.